Hi guys, I have a question for you today. Have you ever driven home from work or to a familiar location, you safely arrive, and then you realize you don't remember passing through any of the stoplights along the way? Any of the major landmarks you know you passed by, you can't even recall. Or have you ever been in a conversation with a friend? They're talking and talking. They pause and say, "What do you think about that?" And you humbly realize you can't even remember a word they've said. Me too. Can you imagine what life would be like if you could sit at dinner with your spouse and not look at your phone, not think about your to-do list, not think about what happened yesterday? Can you imagine what it would be like to live each moment of each day in peace and joy, just fully resting in that moment? That's what we're going to talk about here. I am so excited to announce my new video series on mindfulness. Now here's the deal. Mindfulness has become very popular. It's been around for centuries, thousands of years even, and it's become popular in the psychological community the past 20 or 30 years here in America. And what I want to do here is really just make it super simple. I want to dispel the myths. I want to talk about why I am a huge fan of mindfulness, how it's changed my life, and how it can change yours. I also want to tell you what God thinks about mindfulness. I want to bridge the gap between emotional health and spiritual health. In Matthew 6, Jesus says to not worry about tomorrow because tomorrow will worry about itself, that each day is enough trouble in its own. I honestly believe mindfulness is just taking him up on that offer. It's saying, okay, God, how do I walk with you one day at a time? How do I enter into the present and enjoy myself no matter what's happening, no matter what it looks like? So that's what we're going to talk about here. To start, I'm going to give you my definition of mindfulness. It's simply bringing your entire attention to the present moment, accepting it as it is, letting go of everything else. It's really just being present and aware to what's right before you. Sounds so simple, super countercultural. So that's why we're going to talk about it. I'm going to start by talking about my whys. For me, if I don't have a really strong reason why something's important, I'm not going to have much investment on how to do it or why I should put much effort into trying to work on it. So I'm going to start with a short video or a series of short videos on my whys. And then I'm going to jump into a few short videos on my hows. So I really hope you join me. I promise it will be worth it. Each video is going to have a challenging question for contemplation at the end. So for today, this is the introduction video. All I want you to think about is just stop for 10 seconds and ask yourself, are you able to give your entire attention to what God is doing in your life today? Or, like me, do you struggle? Have you struggled with thinking about everything that's already happened, everything you're afraid might happen, your to-do list? Are you constantly multitasking? Where are you at with that? Today, just gauge where you're at and then hop into video 2 to start learning why mindfulness can really be a huge piece of changing that. Please, if this is helpful, like, share, subscribe so that your friends don't miss it, and ask any questions or comments below. I'd love to respond to them all. Okay, see you in a second. Bye.